Welcome back. It's the Kovacs Report. It's time to join in on the summer of Superman with Superman Unlimited Issue 3 by Dan Slott and Rafael Albuquerque. Now, this book is very Dan Slott, so if you're a fan, you're in for a treat. I'm going to go through it page by page, give you my thoughts. Please do read the book beforehand if you don't want it spoiled. Like the video, and if you can, hit subscribe too. That always helps. So let's dive in. Like I say, it's very Dan Slott. So if you're a big fan of some of his previous work, I'm sure you're going to enjoy this. I loved his She-Hulk. That was incredibly good fun. So let's talk about the story first. So this really does focus on Krypto, this issue. I guess they're trying to tie it in with the film, you know, so there's something common that people that maybe don't read the comics can relate to and pick it up because it's got Krypto in. I don't know. It's really cute. He's also got his own miniseries running now, which isn't too bad, written by Ryan North. Anyway, we jump back to the past where you see Clark is struggling with these new powers in the sense that this world is so delicate, you know, he's so powerful. So he has to learn how hard, you know, he can hit, how far he can leap, how fast he can go. And this has also been experienced by good old best friend Krypto, because of course he's a dog, but he has dog-like powers. So when he barks at the moon like other dogs, he can also almost fly to it. You know, if he's playing with other little friends, he might accidentally laser beam them. So they both share this sort of journey in common, and they're very, very close. Of course, it is Clark and Superman's best friend, and he's cute. He's Krypto. We see Krypto helping to foil some bank robbing crimes, I guess. He bites the car, throws it up. Superman catches it, and the villains are foiled. And the dialogue. See, the dialogue for me. It's quite hard because it's very, very sort of classic 1950s Superman, you know, gee, gosh, golly. And for me, that's not my kind of style of book. But then again, if it is your style of book, you're in for a treat. So we follow Krypto on his journey too, and he's back at home in present time, and Superboy, Clark and Lewis's son, is asked to walk the dog, which means flying around the earth, of course, a few times because they're super. So a little walk around Metropolis wouldn't be enough. So they fly across the globe, and they fly past Gorilla City, where we introduce another little sub-story. So we are looking at, I don't know her name, actually. Tina. Yes, it's Tina. It's Tina. So she obviously is the daughter of the king of Gorilla City, and she's been given a job by Lois Lane to help run the Daily Planet's IT department, of course. Now, she says she's going to Metropolis, and the parents are very, very proud. But she also says, I'm going to stop off and see my friend James Olsen in Gotham City, where they get very upset, and they say, take some guns, you know, because Gotham City is a hard, terrible place, and they view Metropolis as like the shining star of cities. Back in Smallville, Superboy has got that far around the globe and is returning home, and he sort of pops in to see the old grandparents, and they say, hey, you're going to stay? So he says, okay, I'll stay, but you know what, Krypto, you get yourself home, be a good boy now. So he flies off, narrowly missing a plane, and he lands to reflect on being a good boy. He's trying very, very hard to be a good boy, but then he smells trouble. He smells trouble. He smells the scent of the Toyman. So he flies off at super speed. And we are then jumping to this next scene where we see a Toyman doll driving a truck with what looks like a giant robot's hand in the back. And again, we jump to the Metropolis Convention Center where this truck is heading, and Clark is reporting on it as such. And he notices a name in the small print of Winslow Scott, the Toyman. He says, are you working with a criminal? And they're saying, no, we're not working with that Winslow Scott. You know, this is a misunderstanding. So, okay, fair enough. Anyway, down in the basement, the Toyman boy, let's call it, he makes the robot come alive with his remote control, and our little friend here, Krypto, comes flying in and immediately attacks. He immediately attacks his robot, sensing its danger. And Superman can sense something going on too. So he flies down and they take on the robot together. And Superman tells him to stay away from his dog, as you would expect. And he opens up his mouth and says, Krypto, get in there and wreck everything in there. Let's take this robot down. But there is a green kryptonite generator in there, and that really affects Krypto, and he is then hanging on for dear life after the robot crashes to the ground. Now, this Toyman isn't the normal Toyman. No. It turns out this is like a Pinocchio creation of the original Toyman, and he's just wants to be a good boy too. And we find out that he brought this robot here to show the power of these generators, because they could be deployed across the world and help people. And he's saying, I promise you, I'm a force for good. I just want to be a good boy. So he scans him and he has a look at him and he realizes he isn't the Toyman. which is interesting. So there's a new version of the Toyman here, right? And he starts clearing up the mess that they've made, and they realise that, you know, he's actually probably a force for good. Back at the Fortress of Solitude, old Krypto gets his sunlight bathing thing to heal him from the kryptonite, and the Toyman, as a sorry, is left a box of gifts for our Krypto, which looks to me to be some dolls made of some classic Superman villains, and that's it. So you know what, it's a fun story. It's definitely not aimed at me. I would have preferred it a little bit more adult, let's say, but I think this definitely hits with the younger readers for sure, and people, adults that like the more classic feel old world stories. So all in all, it's not bad at all. Like I say, it's not my cup of tea, but I don't know, make up your own mind. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours, and hopefully we catch you in the next video. Like and subscribe.